Hi, everybody. We're going to read another story about what you can be when you grow up.
Ooh, what is that big word on the front, Miss Sierra?
This is career. So that is a job that you want forever, basically, for all of your adulthood.
Yeah, so
Career day.
our jobs or our career, Miss Sierra and mine, we are teachers, so that is our career.
When special visitors come to our school, I'm reading this backward, they tell us about the work they do. Then we tell them about the work that we do. Today it's my turn to introduce my visitor.
Ooh, who's gonna be his visitors?
What if I forget what I'm supposed to say? Sometimes that happens. Not just to me, Mrs. Madoff says, but to everyone. He's a little nervous.
Sometimes when you're a teacher, you can be nervous. Yeah.
Here he is, right on time. This is my dad, I say. He drives a big bulldozer. He's helping build our new library. Good morning, Mr. Lopez, everyone says. Good morning, boys and girls, my dad says. Next, we meet Charlie's visitor. His mother is a judge who works in a courtroom and wears a long black robe. If there's too much noise, she pounds her gavel and says, "Order in the court!" And then everyone has to be quiet. She's a judge.
Ooh.
When Kate introduces her visitor, she says, "My dad plays bass in an orchestra at night. He practices all day and takes care of my baby brother while our mother goes off to work at the bank." He's a musician.
Yeah, so he's playing an instrument. But you know what? He had another job in there too. You know what it was? He was a dad.
Yeah, he was a dad. Michiko's mother writes books for us to read. She draws the pictures in them too. She's very good at drawing mice. So she's an author and an illustrator. She writes the words of a story and draws the picture.
Nice.
Mrs. Madoff's visitor is her husband. He's a scientist called a paleontologist. He just got back from South America, where he was digging for dinosaur bones. The bones tell us about dinosaurs that lived a long time ago. Sarah's visitor is our crossing guard. She brings Sarah to school every day, but she's also Sarah's grandmother. That's why Sarah's always the first one at school and the last one to go home in the afternoon. She helps all the friends cross the street safely. Eveline's mother is a nurse in the hospital. She takes care of all the newborn babies in our town. She tells us those babies are very, very cute, but they sure do cry a lot when they're hungry. Jessica's mother takes care of animals. She's a veterinarian, the kind of doctor who makes sick animals better, like a doctor for animals. Sam's visitor drives the sanitation truck that carries our garbage to the big town dump. Katie and Eveline and I wave to him, just as we always do whenever he comes down our street. "Hey kids, remember to recycle," Sam's father says. Evan's father wears a leather apron that holds the tools he uses all the time. He shows us how to hammer a nail. I think he's a carpenter.
Yeah, we learned about that yesterday.
When it's time for Nicholas to introduce his visitor, he says, "I bet you've all bought groceries at the Friendly Farm Market. Well, guess what? My father's the manager of that store." Today it's Mr. Cisco's turn to introduce his special visitor. He says, "Good morning, everyone. I'd like you to meet Professor Alcorn. He's my teacher at college." Hey, I never knew grown-ups had teachers too. Grown-ups sure do have interesting work to do. And so do we. Look, we have some chefs, some doctors, firefighters.
Yeah, some people are working in a garden, so maybe they're farmers.
Taking care of the class pet.
Yeah.
We have some builders over here building a
looks like a
bridge.
ramp. Yeah, a bridge, a ramp.
I wonder what I'll be when I grow up.
Wow, there are so many different jobs. There's even more than we saw the other day. So maybe when you are out and about with your big person, you can look around as you're driving in the car or walking down the street. And think about the different jobs you see. You know what? I know today when I saw my friends get on the bus, there's a bus driver. That's a job. Yeah.
And a bus monitor.
A bus monitor. So there are so many different jobs out there. What do you see around where you live? There's so many different jobs. Let us know.